Hello everyone and welcome back. Today's video is a little bit of a update on the Cutflower garden, showing you some of the things that we have blooming so far. It was supposed to be a quick video just showing you a few things, but we ended up going throughout the whole Cutflower garden. I'm getting a little bit busy here with the Cutflower garden and the vegetable beds, so I have not been able to edit as many videos as I've filmed. So today is just going to be a super quick update on the Cutflower garden. The picture you see here is the first bouquet that I was able to make using some of the snapdragons, the bishop's flower, and I think I used Love in a Mist and a marigold or two. But let's go ahead and get started with the Cutflower garden update. I have my first snapdragon. So exciting. I have been so busy trying to get all of these plants in the ground and, just trying not to get behind, and didn't even realize that I had snapdragons about to bloom. Got another one there, another one there. So I left a few unpinched so that I could have some early blooms, and then I pinched some of them. So the ones that I didn't pinch are starting to bloom. So exciting. We do have a couple bachelor buttons blooming over here, looking beautiful. This is my first time growing bachelor buttons. I have the red, the white, the blue, and then I have classic romantic and classic magic. And this is a true blue. It's not like a purple, it's like a true blue. I wanted to grow those three colors specifically for 4th of July bouquets. And oh my gosh. I was about to say, one of these are a mix of purples, and one of these are a mix of pinks and reds. Oh my gosh, this is the most beautiful burgundy color. Oh, I cannot wait to be making bouquets with these beautiful flowers. I almost have the entire garden planted. This is going to turn into a garden tour. We've got bells of Ireland, honeywort, cosmos, basil, straw flowers, salvia. Let me step back. We've got an entire bed of zinnias, sweet peas, where these are going to be cattle panel trellis arbors. That one has sweet peas. This one has love and a puff and hyacinth bean. Same on that side. And then I'm not sure about the 3rd and the 4th row. If you haven't seen my previous videos, I have 4 rows, and then we kind of have a blank spot right here. And then we have the sunflowers against the back. So some other things that I have are, we've got the pincushion flowers, star flowers, we've got celosia, Chinese forget-me-not, bunny tails grass. Oh, we have Love in a Mist blooming. That's so pretty. That is going to be so pretty in a flower arrangement. I didn't realize that the foliage comes up like above the flower. That's really interesting. So this is the bunny tails grass. And I've also got frosted explosion grass. We've got the Love in a Mist. We've got baby's breath, feverfew. My neighbor has one of those trees, if you watched my last video, that drops all of these little helicopters. And my garden, I came out one day and my garden was just covered in them. And that's actually what a lot of that pile is right there. I kind of like raked them all into a big pile, and they've been in there germinating. And I'm trying to wait till they all germinate and I pull them, and then I'm gonna place the wood chips back on the walkways. But we have a bunch of little baby trees everywhere. I built this garden by putting down cardboard and then what was supposed to be about 6 inches of compost. But because it sits at a slope and it had a few uneven areas, there are some spots that only have about 3 or 4 inches, and then some spots that have closer to 6. So I'm thinking that the areas where I have a lot more weeds, like in these 2 beds here, there's a lot more I've noticed than other beds, and I think it's because it's at the, the higher side of the yard, so there's not as much compost, and so the weeds are able to come through that cardboard a lot easier. But it's also a big possibility that they're just weed seeds that have blown in, because when I pull them, they don't feel like they're very deep at all. They feel like maybe they were on top of the compost and are sending their roots down. Because like you can see, let's find, like right here. If that grew from below where the cardboard was, like underneath, then it would have a really long, like white stem on it, and then the roots, where it had germinated and then, had to make its way up to the sun and then start growing, better, fuller growth. So that is a weed seed that just blew in. I knew this was gonna turn into a tour. We've got our crane red and crane white. Let me see if I can shadow it for you. Looking beautiful. We have our dill and our bishop's flower beginning to flower. And then behind me here we have more dill. We've got some lemon balm, some cherry caramel phlox that I direct sowed. We've got some yarrow, cerise queen yarrow and white yarrow. And then this is where I direct seeded Chinese forget-me-not and more bishop's flower and lace flower. Then here's our celosia that I just transplanted a few days ago, and it has put on so much growth. I'll see if I have a clip of where I first planted these a couple days ago. They looked so bad. This one here still looks a little rough. It got very, very bad, like sunburn, where, I don't know, like I hardened them off, but I came out one day and they were just, it's like still in their trays before I had transplanted them. They were just like all shriveled up and like the leaves were burnt and damaged, and they have recovered so beautifully, so quickly. It's so exciting seeing these first few things bloom, and I can't wait to see what this season has in store. I can't wait to start building lots and lots of bouquets and, trying to sell them, as well as giving them away to friends and family and neighbors, just so that I can, get practice in making bouquets and just to be able to put a smile on someone's face. I hope you enjoyed seeing what is blooming so far, and maybe this will help you if you're wanting to start a cut flower garden, to kind of give you an idea of what some things are that are good for cutting. I did a lot of research and looked into what are good flowers and fillers for cut flowers of all different sizes. If you stopped by, then let me know in the comments. Say hello. I love conversating with you guys and getting to know each one of you more on a personal level. I really appreciate each and every one of you that watch my videos, and I just would love if you would just drop down in the comments and just say hello, if anything.